What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have a really special unboxing for you guys today. Today we are going to be unboxing the PlayStation Portal. Let's not waste any time and get right into it. So yeah, guys, if you don't know what the PlayStation Portal is, it's basically a portable PlayStation in the palm of your hands. This really comes in handy if you share a television with folks in your household. For instance, if you have folks that are, say, watching television in the room where the PlayStation is hooked up and you want to play, all you have to do is just set up this PlayStation Portal and you're playing alongside while they're watching television and you're not disturbing anything that they could be watching there. So I decided to go ahead and pick this bad boy up. They're extremely hard to find right now, believe it or not. It reminds me back of whenever the PlayStation 5 initially came out. These bad boys are very rare right now. You can't find them anywhere in retail stores. I was lucky enough to be able to find one on Amazon. Shout out to Wario64 as always. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and unbox the PlayStation Portal. So here's the PlayStation Portal, guys, in all of its glory. Of course, beautiful boxing, perfect Sony branding, as we always love to see here. As you can see it perfectly displayed, and as you can tell here, the controller looks exactly like a DualSense controller itself with a beautiful LCD screen. We'll talk about that LCD screen here in just a little bit as we move through the unboxing here, but very stylish, very nice looking, typical white box as we love to see whenever it comes with the PlayStation 5 branding. Flipping the box over here, it says put the PlayStation 5 in the palm of your hand, your handheld gateway to your PlayStation 5 games. Get access to all the games on your PlayStation 5 console over your home Wi-Fi, letting you jump right into gaming without needing to play on a TV. Play compatible games you have installed on your PlayStation 5 console, including your favorite games for PS5 and PS4, of course, and experience breathtaking immersion. Feel the incredible immersion of haptic feedback and adaptive triggers in supported games. And of course, they have to show off Marvel's Spider-Man 2 right here, one of PlayStation's top selling games there for 2023. Well, let's not waste any time, guys, and let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy. Let's open it up here. It says, here we go, guys. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. I'm not actually doing this blindly without a field monitor, so hopefully it's coming in perfectly clear. Ooh, look at this. You guys, look at this right here. You got the PlayStation symbols right here on the pull tab. I mean, this is styled very nicely here. Remote player. We'll go ahead and pull it right open. Oh, that's absolutely magnificent if I do say so myself. There it is, guys. Nice boxing here. We'll go ahead and open this up. Oh, it's fantastic. Okay, so here it looks like over on the right hand side, you guys can't see, it's out of the camera view, but as you open up the box, there is some cords, some power cords over here. Looks like maybe a USB here. What do we got having? What we have going on over here? Let's see. As I open it up a little bit more, get a better view. Yes, we do have a USB-C cable, as you can see right here. So USB-C to USB-C. Probably for charging the device, I would assume. Typical standard USB-C cable that we have right here. And then we have the goodies, of course, the PlayStation Portal. We'll get to that in just a moment. I'm just going to see if there's anything underneath the PlayStation Portal device itself. Here, another pull tab. We'll go ahead and lift that up. And from there, it looks like we do have, yes, some instructions for the remote player. Now, typically I always take the instructions and I just toss them aside, but this actually might kind of come in handy if you're kind of new to hooking up something remotely whenever it comes to using with your Wi-Fi network and everything. Sometimes networks can be a little bit tricky, so if you're not very well versed with tech, you might want to actually hang on to these instructions instead of tossing them aside. With me being an IT pro, I'm tossing them aside though. Alright guys, and that's it for the box. It really isn't too much included. It is a very nice box though, I must say, but here comes the goodies right here, of course. The PlayStation Portal device itself. And as we go ahead and unbox it here and take it out of the wrapping paper. Oh, this is beautiful. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, the PlayStation Portal. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, and it honestly, guys, this is just like a DualSense controller. It literally feels like I'm holding a DualSense controller right here. This is absolutely magnificent here. And let me go ahead and pull off the screen protector here for the first time. So it looks like the power cable, power buttons over here, volume up buttons over here as well. Yeah, we'll go ahead and peel this off. Here we go. A little bit of ASMR for you. A little bit of ASMR here for you as I peel it off. Just like that. There it is. PlayStation Portal in its glory, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that looks good there. Very nice, very nice. So there it is. And you can see this LCD screen is actually very, very large. A lot bigger than what I thought. It's a lot bigger than my iPhone per se. Now I can bring on my iPhone screen. I'm actually monitoring my A camera that I have going on here, so you're going to see me on the other camera, but you can see the screen itself is a lot bigger than my iPhone. So this is very, very nice. And I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, which is one of the larger iPhones on the market, and you can see that that screen was a lot bigger than my iPhone itself. So this is a very nice sized screen in comparison with that. And the only knock that I have on the screen is, you know, I wish it was an OLED screen. This is just your typical LCD screen. Probably using LEDs, light emitting diodes. I don't think it's using OLED. It's definitely not using OLED for the technology here. And I feel like that would be a really, really nice touch for this. Because, I mean, you look at this Switch OLED, really, really bright, vibrant colors. I feel like something like this for the PlayStation Portal would have actually been a huge benefit for it. Perhaps they'll go ahead and do that if they release a second iteration of the PlayStation Portal sometime down the road, but I feel like they should have released it right from the get-go. Yeah, it would have made it a lot more expensive, but at the end of the day, this would have been absolutely glorious here. All right, now with that said, let's go ahead and power on this bad boy and get things set up with it, shall we? Let's do this. And then once you got to the language selection screen, it was actually kind of nice. They went ahead and they played some nice music, kind of subtle, nice little vibe as you're setting up the PlayStation Portal. Take a listen to it here. Now, it should be noted that the update did take some time to go through. This isn't like your typical PlayStation 5 update where it only takes a few seconds for the install to happen. On the PlayStation Portal, this took a good 10 minutes for a fresh update to be installed. So while we sit here and wait for all of the updates to finish for the PlayStation Portal, as I said, it does take a lot of time to get through it. Some of the main questions a lot of people ask: how much is the PlayStation Portal? Well, the PlayStation Portal can be purchased at $199.99 USD. The PlayStation Portal does require a PlayStation 5. This isn't like a shortcut to get a PlayStation 5. A PlayStation 5 is obviously required in order to play with the PlayStation Portal. The PlayStation Portal does work with physical Blu-ray games as well as digital games. Essentially, any game that you've played on your PlayStation 5, you can play on this thing with no problem at all. Some people ask if you can actually play different PlayStation games on the PlayStation 5 and on the Portal simultaneously. So say for instance, on your PlayStation 5, maybe one of your friends is playing Spider-Man 2, and then on the PlayStation Portal, you want to play like Call of Duty. That is not possible, as this works basically as a second screen. So whatever the PlayStation is outputting, that is what is being shown on the Portal itself. So TLDR version there, one game at a time. Now, as far as I understand it, whenever it comes to the battery life for the PlayStation Portal, it lasts for about a good 4 hours on a full charge. So, you know, that's really not too bad at the end of the day. You can get a pretty good gaming session in at 4 hours. For optimal use here, you definitely want to make sure you have a very strong broadband connection. The Portal does have a 3.5mm headphone port located towards the back of the device underneath the screen itself next to the USB charging port. Next, you just have to scan the QR code with your phone and sync up your PlayStation account. Okay, so now that we're finally done with the update and also got the QR code scanned, we're ready to get into the remote play experience. Once connected to your PlayStation 5, you'll see a preview as everything loads up. And then, like magic, you're in. The interface is exactly the same as the PlayStation 5, so you'll already be familiar with how to navigate with the PlayStation Portal. The first game I want to show off here is LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Now this game has some of the most vibrant colors, and I wanted to showcase that the best that I could through this video. And I mean, look, as you guys can see here, it looks great, and the gameplay was fairly smooth. I didn't notice much latency while playing the game at all. Skywalker Saga is a game you could just pick up and play at any point too, even months after sitting on the shelf. So it's like kind of the perfect candidate for the PlayStation Portal. The next game I want to test out is a fan favorite amongst many, and that of course is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I was so excited to see how this looked on the Portal, and by and large, everything looked great. The game flowed smoothly through Modern Warfare 3's oversaturated menus. However, once I got into the gameplay, things went south pretty quickly. In Call of Duty, every second counts. And the latency in Modern Warfare 3 was so bad that it made the game pretty much unplayable for me, guys. You can see in the clips right here how I just continue to get murked time after time again. And yeah, I know I'm not the best Call of Duty player, but I'm also not the worst either with a 1.01 lifetime KDR in this game. But at the end of the day, I found this game to be pretty much unplayable. Even an eSport Pro wouldn't be able to overcome latency like this. Really disappointing stuff, and I was hoping things would turn out different. Finally, I wrapped up the test with Mortal Kombat 1, and by and large, guys, the gameplay on this was pretty smooth. I did continue to see a small bit of latency while fighting, but not nearly to the level that was in Modern Warfare 3. So there it is, guys. That is the PlayStation Portal, and the question begs to be remained, is it worth it to pick up a PlayStation Portal? And look, personally, I think it all depends on your personal circumstances at home. Look, if you share a home with siblings who hog the television, or you're with parents who use the television quite often whenever you're looking to game at peak times, I feel like that this is absolutely the device that you will need to pick up. For me, it's really convenient, because my wife and stepdaughter, they watch a lot of TV, a lot of movies down on the big screen. And whenever I have my PlayStation hook up to my 65-inch OLED and I'm not able to play it, this is really going to come in handy. Plus the fact I'm not going to need to lug my PlayStation around anymore. No real need anymore to bring the PlayStation around wherever I want to play it. I could just leave it where it is and just pick up and play. So in those kind of circumstances, I feel like it is quite convenient. Some of the shortcomings for the PlayStation Portal, I do believe that it should have an OLED screen, as I mentioned previously. I mean, some of these images here, guys, I feel like it would be so sharp. I mean, even with Anakin with his green lightsaber here from Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, as we were searching the catacombs of Geonosis here, I mean, just imagine how much more vibrant his lightsaber would be in this dark catacomb cave here, guys. LCD is nice, but man, an OLED, whew. I know, I keep talking about it, but man, it would be amazing if they would have went ahead and had an OLED screen for this PlayStation Portal. Couple other shortcomings, the fact that you cannot use Bluetooth on this is just kind of a failure. Now, I will say if you do have a Bluetooth dongle, something like this really comes in handy. I was able to trick the PlayStation Portal into thinking that this was just a regular headset using that 3.5mm adapter that you see sticking out there, and then it has a Bluetooth transmitter switch right down here. I just turned it on, and then from there we're pretty much good to go. And it makes it so simple, I just flip this switch, it lights up green right there, and then all I really need to do once I put on my Bluetooth headphones is to just go ahead and find the actual signal that it's pointing to here. And guys, look, I mean, it's so simple. I just plug it right in to the bottom of my PlayStation Portal. I mean, Now it kind of sticks out at the bottom there just a little bit, but it does work really well once it's connected up. And then from there, obviously I turn on my PlayStation Portal. From there, of course, grabbing my Bluetooth headset here, which I will grab and show you guys and connect it up to my wireless Beats headphones right here. And guys, once I was able to get my Bluetooth transmitter finally connected, it worked perfectly. So you can use a Bluetooth headset, you just have to kind of jimmy around it. I'll leave the link to this accessory down in the description below, so if you guys want to check it out, because if you truly want to use a Bluetooth headset with this, you can. It works great. Just at the end of the day, a really nice way to go ahead and use a Bluetooth headset while you play with your PlayStation Portal. Unconventional, but hey, you gotta do what works, right? Those are my shortcomings with the PlayStation Portal. Everything else, bar none, it's pretty great. I would definitely recommend it if you're in one of those kind of situations or scenarios that I previously mentioned earlier on in the video. What are your thoughts on the PlayStation Portal, guys? I want to hear from you. Let me know your comments down below if you will be going ahead and picking up one of these bad boys whenever they're available for you. I know they're really tough to get a hold on, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, but if you do have that opportunity and you're in the scenario that I'm in, this is a no question. I definitely feel like it's worth it. If you feel like you'd like to maybe wait to see if they release an OLED version, I could see them doing that maybe down the line, later in the PlayStation's life cycle in a couple years perhaps. It's going to cost a little bit more, of course, but with that kind of a screen comes more added benefits, of course, higher fidelity, better clarity, better screen overall. So, and of course, I'm sure they're going to add the ability to use Bluetooth proprietarily in the device itself as well, instead of jimmying it, kind of like what I ended up doing here, as I demonstrated earlier. But again, let me know your thoughts on the Portal down below. Love to hear from you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing video and demonstration of the PlayStation Portal. Make sure you guys keep it locked right here on the channel for more PlayStation content, video game content, as well as entertainment content. You're locked in on the right channel, so make sure you're subscribed and hit those bell notifications so you're notified once I go live. Until the next video, guys, I'm your host with the most A to the P, Albert Perkins, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, and as always, peace.